Hello, my name is Jerald Peterson. I'm District Governor for District 2S1 for the 2023-2024 Lions year, which starts the 1st of July. This is something new for me, and I probably might be new for you, so please bear with me. I've talked to my wife Shirley and said this might be informational or it might be comic relief, so I'm not sure which one it'll be. But we're going to do this anyway, and maybe as we get the year along, I'll get better at it, and we'll know what we're doing when we produce these things. But we want you to look at them. We hope we can give you information or things that's useful to you that'll help you grow your club and help us grow the district. So my name is Jerald Peterson. I'm 73 years old. I'll be 74 in August. I am married to my lovely wife, Lion Shirley. She is, by the way, the representative, elected director for the Texas Lions camp for the North for a second term this next year. And we've been married 48 years by the time you see this. We have 2 children, a boy and a girl. My son lives in Conroe. My daughter lives in Manahawkin, New Jersey. We have 5 grandchildren, of which 4 of them live here in Texas, and 1 of them lives in Mobile, Alabama. And we have 3 great-granddaughters. We have 2 of them that live in, excuse me when I say grandchildren, one of our granddaughters does live up in Silver Creek, Mississippi. So I've got 3 here in the Houston area. I got 1 in Silver Creek, and I got 1 in Mobile, Alabama. And we have 3 great-granddaughters. 2 of them live in Silver Creek, Mississippi, and the other one lives in Mobile, Alabama. Okay, I'm a graduate of the University of Southern Mississippi. I got a degree in business administration. I was in the Navy for 7 years. I was on a submarine, nuclear submarine, for 5 years. And when I got out of the service, I met my wife and I actually started going to school. So when I got my degree, I actually went to night school for almost 7 years to get my degree. And I was very proud of that. Right after I graduated from college, I back up. When I got out of the Navy, I worked various jobs. I was a bartender while I was going to school. I was doing various things, but I went to work in Ingalls Shipbuilding and worked there for 6 years. And then I went to work for Brown and Root, and that's when our lives changed. I retired from Brown and Root in January the 1st of 2015, and after 33 years. And sometime when we want to talk, we'll talk about that. But me and Shirley's been all over the world, basically working, visiting, traveling. So that's good. We're gonna do this thing every so often. I'll upload these videos. Hopefully, we'll bring you information that you can use or that you're interested in, and hopefully we'll get some films and things from other clubs and things that are going on because it could be useful to you also. Now then, the thing that we're looking at here is I go to Boston in the first week of July, and that's where I officially become a district governor, and we're really looking forward to that. When I get back, then we have our district meeting coming up July the 29th in Lufkin, and it's at the Angelina College, and hats off to the Lufkin Evening Lions Club. They have taken this task on and are moving on ahead. I'm really, really appreciative of everything they've done. Couldn't do it without them. I am the district governor. Ed Fields is first vice district governor. Of course, George Avery is second vice district governor. And the thing of it is we can't do this by ourselves. We need everybody else's help. Sometimes we still have some staff positions that are not filled. So if anybody out there is interested in taking on the diabetes, things like that, we'll talk about that at the district meeting. And you'll hear me call it district meeting. I've had some feedback from people when we ask them, why don't you come to the meeting? And their comments, well, this is a cabinet meeting. We're not in the cabinet, so we don't need to come. Well, this is a district meeting. It's open to everybody. We want more people to come. We want to have some fellowship. We want to have some fun. We want to meet more people, interact with more people, make more friends, because they could become your lifelong friends. So we ask you to consider coming to the district meeting in Lufkin. Like I said, that's on July the 29th. We're going to do a few things differently than been done in the past. And I'm going to share this with you. A lot of the meetings that we've been to since I've been a Lion are boring. They're watching paint dry, like watching paint dry. And so we're going to have our meetings, but we're going to try to liven them up. We're going to do some things differently, and we want it to be calm. Now, another thing I want to do, I have to do, you hear me pound on this. If I've ever come to your club, I talk about the most important thing for every club is to work their community. That's where you join Lions, is because you're doing things in your community, not big things like leader dogs and everything else. You probably didn't even know about that kind of stuff when you joined. So the reason you joined is there are people working in your community and you're doing service in your community. And that's the most important thing you can do, is keep that service activities going in your community. Now, how can you improve on that? Well, you can do that by growth. When we add new members, there's a lot of things that happen when you add new members. But one of the things is you can do more service activities. You have more people available to help out, to do things, and it's good for your club. Plus, you get fresh ideas, you get fresh people in there, and you get an opportunity to let people grow and become better Lions, and also be ready to take on leadership positions. That has to happen. I'm there for district governor from 1 year, and that's it. I'm done. Ed comes behind me. George is coming behind Ed. But guess what? Somebody's got to come behind George, and somebody needs to come behind the person behind George. So we need to be getting those people trained. We want to identify people to do that, and get them involved. We want to grow our membership. Okay. Another thing I'm going to ask everybody to do, we have not had a stellar performance on membership since I've been a Lion. Basically, every year we go down. We look at a successful year if we only go down just a few, and that means we've got less members at the end of the year than we started with in the start of the year. And we need to turn that around. We need to get more people involved. We need to get more people out there and get them involved. That comes back to the clubs. The clubs, you know where they are. The zone chairmen, you need to look at it also. Where's some potential where we can put in some new clubs? I've been having some discussions with people around, and one of the things that jumps out at us is Beaumont. Beaumont's got 110,000 people. We've got 33 Lions. 2 clubs, 33 Lions. Something's not right there. I think there's a lot of opportunity in places like that we can add more clubs, get more growth, get more members. But they're not going to come to us. We have to go to them. We have to go find them. So be thinking of ways we can do that. I know Robert Blackburn's come back and said that they're having a health fair in September. Well, I think that's a perfect opportunity for us to do something, but we have to be proactive. We can't sit back and wait for it to happen, or it won't happen. So that's where we're at right now. Like I said, we'll post these. Again, the July the 29th in Lufkin, okay, and then we'll keep you updated, but the next one is going to be in October, okay, which is in Jasper, and then January in Sour Lake, and then April in Center, okay, and our convention will be in Center. So we'll keep that coming up. We'll post this. We'll want to see where everybody has an opportunity to read and see these, okay? All right. Okay, thank you.